Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Marketing with AI, and congratulations on investing in yourselves and getting access to this course. We love people who invest money, time into themselves. Now, look, there was a time that I never made my first sale online. And there was a time where I went on to be on the Inc. 5000 list, the CEO of one of the top 1,000 fastest growing companies in America. And there's lots of learnings between those two times. So today, we're going to present you. I'm going to actually introduce this guy on screen with us in a moment. We're going to present you with what I believe truly to be the greatest opportunity, whether you want to make a part-time income or a full-time income online. This is the greatest opportunity that I have ever seen in my 20 years online. Now, I have coached thousands of people, over 100,000 product sales, unit sales on the internet. I've seen tens of thousands of opportunities. You're going to see all of the proof, the facts, why we believe this is the best. Now, let me introduce you to this guy on camera here with me. He's going to be doing most of the training here. So to give you a bit of context, there's 3 of us in a WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp group is called the Wise Guys. I think they're the wise one. I'm the guy. And it's, Adam, myself, and him on screen, Mike, in the group. Now, Adam's my best friend. And, he's like my big brother to me. We were business partners for many, many years. We built marketingwithyou.com to the Inc. 5000 list. And myself and Adam at the time, what was this? When was 2000, about 11 years ago.
2014 to 2016.
Yeah, we hired Mike. We paid him $10,000 per month plus living expenses to help us grow that Inc. 5000 company. So we went on to make millions together. Mike's actually gone on to build, multiple 7-figure businesses for himself. So I'll introduce him as Mike Marin, the AI marketing mentor. But in the groups, he is known as Mike Millions. Now, it isn't just for the millions he helps everyone make. But if you get him a good cocktail at the bar, he turns into this guy, alter ego, like Mike Millions, talking about the fake guru news. So what is the fake guru news? Well, ladies and gents, I wrote a trilogy of books back in the day. One was called Guru's Dream. The second was called Newbie's Nightmare. The third was called Guru's Nightmare. It's time to put the horse's head in the guru's bed. What does that mean? That these gurus, these pesky, fake, lying gurus, they are flogging you dead horses. And that means that they are selling you opportunities that will not work. What you're going to see is this opportunity here today is the horse. You're going to see how to do it. You're going to see how what would take 4 years to learn, 4 hours to apply, done in 4 minutes with AI. So in this training, you're going to get PowerPoint trainings, you're going to get real life case studies, and you're going to get Mike showing you over the shoulder trainings that you can actually copy and do this after the training. So he's going to be showing you how to do marketing with AI. And I'm going to just end on this note and hand it over to Mike. This is the perfect storm because pain is coming for businesses online. Pain like no other time. And if you don't believe me, mark this date, write it down in a diary, and then look in the future. This is not a distraction, what we're going to be talking about here. This is a disruption. Okay? Right now, we are ahead of a trend. We are going to walk into something that has a supply and demand imbalance. Good for us, right? It's like when the internet started and, there was all these businesses coming online. There was more businesses coming online than people who could sell them websites. It was like you could get very rich selling websites back then. Now, there are millions of providers of websites. It's like Wix. It's very difficult to sell websites today. The supply and demand imbalance isn't there anymore. But what we're going to be talking about today, there's a huge supply and demand imbalance in a growing market that Mike's going to talk about, where you can leverage AI to do the marketing, the selling, and the service delivery. And I love it because it has the core 4 opportunity. And that is this is the core of the opportunity here. Number 1, businesses know they need to do this. And if they don't, they will soon, because if you're online and you're not marketed with AI, you're going to get crushed. So they know that they need to be creating content online. Number 2, these businesses do not want to do it. Number 3, these businesses are the people who have money and are willing to pay to not get crushed in business. And number 4, you can leverage AI to do this for you. So now I've mentioned, that That's the opportunity. I've mentioned that we paid Mike over 10,000 a month to do copywriting for us, but secretly what I paid him for was his research ability. And you're going to see this as you go through this training, that this isn't some idea that's been thrown together. This is deep research on what our moves are to become multimillionaires together. There's one of my best buds. You know, this is the opportunity that we're jumping into. And I have stopped everything I'm doing to go all in on this. And he's going to present it to you. So with that said, I'm going to hand it over to Mike. Mike Marin, AI marketing mentor, or as I love to call him, Mike Millions, to present to you what I believe is the best opportunity. What's up, my brother?
Love it. Love it. Let me get into the PowerPoint. How's everyone doing? So let me share my screen here and see if I can figure this out. I'm going to have to just do this first real quick. We're going to share desktop 1, and then we're going to pop this up. So they should still be able to see us, AJ. So like we were saying, congratulations and welcome again. Thanks for the intro, the Mike Millions intro there, AJ. And again, AJ covered a lot of this, but I just want to go over like what we're going to go over in this training. I'm going to be doing some of the training inside here. AJ is going to be doing some of the training, but really the purpose of this training is to show you how to make $10,000 a month leveraging AI using just a laptop, your phone, and an internet connection. And to do that by creating and renting what we're going to call virtual marketing assets, and we'll define that for you, that helps small businesses get customers. And that is really the big thing. It's if you can help small businesses get customers, you have a license to print money because they're going out of business. I'm going to show you some facts because they cannot get customers. So also, this is really the training I wanted when I was starting out. And I wanted to show you how to do this if you don't have any prior experience, meaning you don't have any proof, you don't have any testimonials, you're not an expert, right? You don't know what niche you want to go into. So we're going to cover all of that. We're also going to show you how to do this without any tech skills. So if you're like, hey, I don't know how to use the internet, I don't know how to use ChatGPT, don't worry, got you covered. We also wanted to show you how to do this if you're on a shoestring budget, right? I personally think in today's age, we don't need a ton of money to start a business. Even if you have a lot of money with a cash flow business like this, you could start it with cold email, without ads, without having inventory. So it's not like drop shipping or Amazon FBA or anything like that. So I'll show you how to do this on a shoestring budget anywhere in the world. And this might be the most important thing. I don't think it's wise if you're working a job. I know some people watching this training are going to be working a job. I don't think it's wise to quit your job right away. So this is really designed for you to learn a skill set that you could do while keeping your job, part-time, full-time, or scaling it up to a level like AJ and I have done to the Inc. 5000 list. So right here, not only that, right? We're going to give you theory, but I'm a huge fan of learning by examples. So part of this training is actually going to be you watching me do the process. So I'm going to walk you through a case study of how I brought in $129,700 in 60 days. I think I said it right that time, 129,700. It's a little tricky to say, but that's the real number there. So in 60 days by selling marketing assets to small businesses, and how I did that without spending a dime on advertising or doing cold calling of any type, without any proof, all with one employee and a part-time VA and 75% margin. So I'm going to walk you through that case study. You're going to actually get to hear me close over the phone. I show you the education-based marketing video. If you don't know what that is, you will after you go through the training. And you're also going to see the cold email. So literally pulling back the curtain on my business and showing you exactly how everything works so you could go out and model that and learn from an actual example, not just theory. Now, AJ alluded to this in his intro to this, but really, I'm going to go and hit you with the facts. I'm a logical guy. I like the facts. So here's the problem and the opportunity. And this might be dry, but this is the exciting part, because from these numbers is how you're going to make a lot of money. So number one fact, 33.18 million small businesses in the United States. That's a lot of businesses right there. How long would it take you to count the 33 million? Probably a while. You'd be here for a while. 400 million small businesses worldwide. The great thing about what we're training you inside this course is that you don't have to do this just in the United States. You could do this in the UK, where AJ's from. You could do it in Australia. You could do it pretty much anywhere, as long as there's small businesses and there's the internet. Next fact. 4.7 million small businesses started every year. That means there's always new people coming into the market. And here's the crazy fact. The percentage of businesses that fail, listen to this. 1 in 4, according to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, 1 in 4 businesses fail within the first year. That's 25% fail within the first year. 30, and then if you look down here at the bottom, after 5 years, 48% of businesses have failed. After 10 years, 65.3% of all businesses have closed. And that means that over half fail within 10 years, almost half fail within 5 years. And again, 23.2% fail within 1. And the reason why they fail, it's a fancy word, a cash flow problem, right? The bottom line is they didn't make enough money. And when we talk about revenue, when we talk about sales, the big thing about that is it's code word for they didn't get enough customers. If they had enough customers and they were able to acquire customers profitably, they would have enough money to survive. And our opportunity in your job is you are going to get paid to save small businesses. And you're going to get them customers by building them marketing assets with the help of AI. Okay? So, harnessing AI. Do you want to add anything there, AJ?
I love it. Keep going.
Beautiful. So, like AJ was saying, we're at an opportunity right now where AI is here. It's not going anywhere. And a lot of people are worried. And rightfully they should be, because this technology, which we're going to explain in this program, is very, very powerful. But here's the deal. AI will not replace humans. Humans using AI will replace humans. And you'll see why that's the case in this training. But here's some more crazy stats. 400 to 800 million people will lose their jobs due to AI by 2030. So that's according to McKinsey. They're one of the top consulting firms. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of pain. AI, though, is not a very capable problem solver. It's a booster, right? So that's why, as of right now, there's no ability for it to outthink humans. It's a booster, right? So Mark Cuban says this: there's only 2 types of companies in this world: those who are great at AI and everybody else. So if you don't know AI, you are going to fail, period. End of story. Whether you are an employee, you're going to have to understand it and how it impacts your job and how you can be better at your job. Or if you're a CEO, you have to understand it because it will have significant impact on everything you can do. There is no avoiding it. And here's the facts. As of right now, 25% of small businesses in the US have adopted AI technology, meaning they're playing around with the technology. They're trying to use it. But 75% of businesses are not using AI yet. And this is where you come in. So the negative is if you don't use it, 400, 800 million people are going to be without jobs. The positive is that AI will create more millionaires than the internet boom, right? The CEO of Google says AI is one of the most important things humanity is working on. It's more profound than, I don't know, electricity or fire, right? That's how big this is. And you could even see ChatGPT, which was really the first AI that we had access to, came out in 2022. Look at the amount of new millionaires created every year. In the 2010s was 1,700. It's up to 5,000 new millionaires a day. People that learn to use this form of leverage are the ones that are going to get rich. So the right timing, right? Timing is everything. Catching trends. The trend is your friend. And there's no better diagram of the right timing than this. This comes from a book called Crossing the Chasm. Very, very good marketing book. And it goes over how innovation goes out to the general public. And the best example is, let's say it's an electric car, right? In the very beginning, you have a small percentage of people that are going to use an electric car. Like those are like the innovators. They're tinkering in their garage with it. Like it's not even available to the public. Those are the innovators. Then you got the early adopters, which are the people that bought Tesla cars like way back. I think Tesla came out 10 years ago. And now we're at the stage where it's the early majority, right? Where, you see Teslas all around. Oh, let me go back. And then there's a late majority. And then there's people that will just never buy an electric car. The same thing works with every form of technology when it gets diffused out to the public. So the internet, right? I think it was invented in the 1980s, right? The innovators, all of them. And eventually you had the early adopters, like back in the 1990s, the dot-com boom, right? That's where Jeff Bezos got rich. And then eventually, you had the early adopters, and the early adopters of the internet, the small businesses that adopted that technology, were able to build massive income for themselves. Eventually it got to the early majority, a late majority. And I think actually where we're at with the internet right now is if you do not have a website and you're a small business, you're at the laggard stage. Like it's almost an ante to get into the game. If you're not on social media, you're a laggard, right? Or it might even be like the late majority. But here's the thing. The innovators and the early adopters make all the money. And to quote Mark Twain, whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it's time to pause and reflect. So another thing is you don't need to be first, right? Google was not the first search engine. Archie was. Facebook was not the first social network. Friendster was. So right here, here's some guys that got their timing right. Jeff Bezos, right? Timed the internet boom. What's his company worth? $1.9 trillion. Also, right? The apps, Uber, called the app wave, 170 billion. Mark Zuckerberg called the social media wave, 562.19 billion, one of the earliest billionaires. And what's crazy is that these guys caught the wave in the very, very, very beginning perfectly. Like you wouldn't be able to create an Amazon now. You wouldn't be able to create an Uber now because the windows come and go. However, there was also a wave off of all these where how many people got rich off Shopify? How many people got rich off of Facebook? Amazon, fulfillment by Amazon, right? How many people started influencer businesses off of the social media wave? So that getting that timing right is very, very important. And I'm going to give you one of my favorite quotes, which is comes from Warren Buffett. First come the innovators, then come the imitators, then come the idiots, right? There was a time to do affiliate marketing. There was a time to do drop shipping. There was a time to do FBA. There was a time actually, and this was on the social media wave, to be a coach who coached coaches who coached coaches and ran Facebook ads and did that, right? When the supply and demand imbalance was there. There was a time to do SEO. There was a time to do rank and rent when like Google Maps was just coming out and you could throw something up and rank immediately and then send those leads to a local business. Here's the thing. You want to make sure that whatever opportunity you are doing, you are either an innovator or an early, or going back here, you are an innovator or an early adopter. And with AI right now, that's exactly where we are. There'll be eventually a stage where it's the early majority and late majority. And by that time, the easy profit and the easy money's out, and you better have some serious skill or competitive advantages when that comes. So the right horse, right? The key to success is finding the right horse. Like Warren Buffett says, I'm going to quote him again. It doesn't matter how hard you row. It matters what boat you get in. So pick the boat that creates the lifestyle you want. And helping small businesses with AI is the absolute right horse right now. Here's the deal, right? Look at this. If you study the Boston Consulting Group, anything over a growing market over 10% is stuff that they look to invest in. This right here, the artificial intelligence market is projected to reach 184 billion by 2024. By 2030, it's going to be 826 billion dollars. That's a growth rate of 28.46% per year. So I think we're in a time and space right now where this is the new internet. And if you missed that, fine. But right now, this is the opportunity. It is going to grow. And the people that have the skills when it comes to helping small businesses, which is an actual application, not making creepy videos of AI or whatever. The actual use case is helping small business. And this opportunity is so vast that I personally think you'd be a fool not to get involved in this. You could do it as a new career. You could do it part-time. You could do it as a side hustle. You could do it full-time. You could do it full-time and take half the year off. You could do it full-time and work like crazy and build a giant company with it. But here's the thing. The opportunity is here. The money's here. The industry is here. And like I'm going to say on the next thing, like these are the skills that are going to pay the bills in the coming years. So think of it like a skill set. The money is there, the industries are there, and the need is there. And what's really cool about this business model, which we're going to cover in this course, is unlike crypto or trading, where for someone to win, someone has to lose. This is a win-win, right? Where you help them solve their biggest problem, which is fixing their cash flow issue, which is the reason why, again, 48% of businesses go out of business in 5 years. 23.1% fail within the first year. So if you help them, you can get everything you want in your life. And to quote Zig Ziglar, you can get everything you want in your life if you help enough people get what they want in your life. Guys, welcome to the course. Pumped to have you here. AJ, any final words before we get into the second video?
Just, the few things you mentioned. Number one is around the skills. I want everybody to really grasp this, because sometimes, like, I see people's, like, when their brain gets it, oh, they get it. So, like, I had a business and my business wasn't doing well back in the day. And I realized my business needed marketing. And I was like, oh, that's why I'm not successful, because my business needs marketing. And I made a switch right then. I said, well, if my business needs marketing, all business needs marketing. My business doesn't need marketing anymore. My business is marketing. And now I took that skill of learning marketing and applying it to other businesses, and I have made riches doing that. I then went and trained people in a program called Marketing with Alex, and that was for thousands of people and helped so many people succeed. That is the past. Marketing with AI is the future. And what Mike is about to show you here is just revolutionary. You saw the numbers, 2024 to 2030. Those numbers are staggering. This is bigger than the internet itself. When Mike said reflect on a time when we've been discussing, I went to Vegas at his house and we were hanging out, and we went to Beverly Hills a couple of weekends ago. We were hanging out and we're having long conversations around this. And I was in a niche helping coaches build their business. So I got into that niche in 2014. It was a great niche, like coaching coaches, built a coaching business. And I was teaching others how to do it. I was helping coaches make their first $10,000 online. There was a handful of us doing it in 2014. We rode that wave. We made millions of dollars. So after we hit the Inc. 5000 list, we then made millions of dollars in that niche, coaching coaches. And that time has passed. Now there are more people teaching how to make $10,000 a month as a coach than there are coaches. The imbalance is in the wrong direction. That is a terrible market to be in today. Okay? I'm out of that market. Me and Mike were in that market. We're out of that market. We'll never go back to that market. That time has come and gone.
It's just like you wouldn't start Blockbuster Video today.
Exactly, Mike. So with that said, the timing of this is amazing. Ladies and gents, you are about to learn skills that pay the bills for the rest of your life. You're gonna learn things today that would take you 4 years to learn. So in the next 4 hours, you're gonna learn what would take you 4 years to learn would actually take 4 hours to do if you were getting paid for it. And Mike's going to show you how you get to do it in 4 minutes. And it's fascinating. Yeah, it's great. So enjoy the training, and I'll see you towards the end, and we'll do a wrap up. So Mike, over to you, my brother.
Sounds good. Yep. I'll see you guys in the next video.